This is session 6 with the Holy Rollers, and would you know it, nobody has dropped willingly yet, so I must be doing an okay job. Um, we are the Holy Rollers, and I don't think we've formally introduced ourselves yet. So I'm gonna just go around my screen if that's okay and make it quick and dirty. We have Dennis, who is playing Lydell de Fernden. We have Jesse, aka the chair with a blanket on it, who is playing Riker, our intrepid illusion wizard. We have Brandon,
Lytle's best friend.
yes, who is Lytle's bestie. Um, we have Brandon, who is, it may or may not be showing his face right now, who is playing Red. Red Netherroot, our cleric, conflicted cleric. We have Rorn, who is Rorn Baelgor, who is playing Redacted. And I am your fearless leader, your DM, Stephanie. So we are excited you're here. We're so grateful that you're here. We do this more or less for our own enjoyment, but knowing that other people get enjoyment out of seeing the stream and watching it when it's uploaded brings me, I cannot derive any more joy from that. It makes me so excited. We hope that you find a certain degree of kinship and friendship in rewatching these episodes. We have, as is our custom, rolled for prayer. I rolled a 15. Did anyone else roll higher?
Roll the power.
I did pray last night, so would anyone else like to pray instead?
Who's the next
Well, you
highest
should
then?
pray every night, but you're saying last week?
Or yeah, last week. Sorry. So here's the thing. I worked out like less than 2 hours ago, and it sapped me. So that was a mistake, but a good mistake in the right direction, right? We do the right things for the wrong reasons sometimes, or vice versa.
So I see how this is going to be, Stephanie. You're going to be making excuses for everything tonight.
At least I have an excuse, like working out. You know what? Okay.
That's fair.
What's your excuse, Dennis?
I worked out too, just not the way you did.
Was it you who rolled a 10, Brandon?
Yeah.
I rolled a 10. Oh, you also rolled a 10.
Oh. I would let one of y'all do it if you'd like, because I did pray last week. And also last night.
I guess
That's
I'll
good to
take
hear.
it because I tied with you last week and gave it up to you.
That is fair. That is reasonable. All right, Joffrey, if you would, please take us before the Lord.
Now, Dennis, who is the one gentleman? His name with his family?
Dustin.
Let me go check very
Dustin.
quickly. Yes, Dustin.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's go before the Lord. Heavenly Father, we want to thank you and bless you for the day, the week. We thank you for the ability to fellowship here as Christians, as believers, but also as nerds. We pray that this session, this game, would be life-giving to us in all the ways. We also lift up each other in prayer. We lift up the little community we're forming in prayer with Dustin. We lift his family to you. Your hand would be upon them to call them to yourself. Strengthen Dustin in his own prayer as he lifts his family up and their salvation up to you. Comfort him in this time. We pray for our compatriots who are not presently here, who are enjoying life as new parents. Bless them. Bless their little one. Bless the roles this night for and against. Bless the story that Steph is telling. May it endeavor to be the story you wish for her to tell. We ask all this in your son's name. Amen.
Thank you, Joffrey.
Oh, and you guys are seriously like, I don't understand. I just pray for the dice. You know what? Not again.
It only works.
I'm not-
It only works.
I'm not
Listen,
exactly-
it only works when Kyle does it, okay? And he's not here, so tough. Who would like to go for the recap? All right, Roar. Now, Jesse, put your hand down.
I'm going to take them all. Every single one I can get.
Yeah.
You
So
reached the safety zone.
last week we had a shopping episode where Roran, Riker, and Lytle went into the market to purchase clothing, Roran to buy Lyra some dresses, and Riker a tricorn hat as well as a hat for Lyra. Supplies were purchased, and a glitter bomb went off when we visited the Violet Vial?
Correct.
Very good.
I did space the proprietor's name, unfortunately, but Glitter Bombed Rorn, as we were the first ones in her shop. Riker may or may not have insinuated he might come back to purchase some more items with the 5-finger discount.
Free
This
99.
is not the Riker you heard.
Yes.
Free 99.
It was when we left the Violet Vial that we caught to presence and were brought in to meet with the seal bearer, Randall Steelbraid, who offered us a contract of employment in return to give us a Friend of Dessel seal to allow us to travel more freely. The favor was to clear the local graveyard of something that is eating the bodies. And we learned that he's basically using the graveyard to substitute the required tithes to the Empress, use the dead rather than use the living. Morbid, but is clear at least this seal bearer is trying to make the best of the very awkward, very bad situation the regime has placed him in. So, we get back. Some false names were given, some slaps were done, but that doesn't matter. Potatoes, potatoes. The maid, who has been feeding Lyra this entire time, Myra? Elma, informed us that of what has transpired in the 15 years. Lyra wants us to destroy the Stone of Silence in particular, that she's the one that basically awakened it. But there are safety measures in place she hasn't gotten to because we were interrupted and she went through Elma. The tithes and the generals that are presently leading the forces really were name-dropped. Zethariel the Decayed, Lord Corin Bloodfist, Therius Bloodrot, and Varen Lorendel. Who seem to be the top dogs of the Empress's cabal, and that is at point where we left off.
Wonderful job. Take your inspo, sir. So, we, Lyra did in character talk about the 3 aspects of the security measures around the Netstone that she is aware of or could hypothesize with reasonable assurance that exist. One that she's certain of is the bubble of silence around the Netstone. Ironically, a stone that silences prayers also puts out a aura of soundlessness, which would make it difficult for spellcasters to utilize their abilities. The second was something that came about late in her research with the stone. Basically, it puts out a aura that will target the largest vitality pool in a group of creatures, or if it's the only creature, until that creature is dead, and then move on to the next, and then the next. And she, knowing what she knows of the Empress, having worked a little bit tangentially with the regime in the making of this stone, she could surmise that it is also guarded by something depraved that only the Empress or her generals could come up with. So that is a 3-stroke level of security. And it makes sense, as she has described the stone. It's basically sitting on the bald head of a mountain, in plain view. It's not hidden. It's not got any real illusions over it that she has detailed. It would need some serious security measures, or some intrepid adventurers might take it upon themselves to destroy it, or at least attempt to. So that is yes, that is where that conversation went. Elma and she detailed all 4 of the generals that are currently known of Empress Moira's regime. Corin Bloodfist was the one that made Elma have the biggest reaction. She physically shuddered because Lord Corin Bloodfist was a half-orc warlord recruited by the regime for the purposes of basically putting his forces to work in the domination of the continent. The initial war force for Moira's regime were half-orc barbarians, and they left a mark, so to speak. One of the generals has already been named in our dear Red's death vision, which he received by Kelemvor because it was time. Zarathul the Decayed, a lich. Speaking of, would Red like to potentially share any of the details or not around his death vision? Because there's information that isn't even critical to you that would be useful to your party. For instance, Zarathul.
Right, yeah. I think he would to a certain extent. I don't know that he would necessarily divulge everything right now.
I figured.
So, probably just kind of him mentally kind of re-piecing through everything. Anything that would kind of pertain or help the group in this immediate instance. But even outside of that, he would probably be... I wouldn't call it reluctant as much as him not wanting to talk much about it in front of Lyra.
Would you say Red holds some degree of shame, misplaced shame, over what happened to him in that vision?
Possibly, yeah. That's probably a great way of putting it.
Interesting.
So, just out of curiosity, have we already figured out that we haven't figured out he's been turned into a vampire, because he's probably not telling us yet.
He's technically not a vampire yet.
Well, but that's what would have become.
So let me explain how vampirism works in this world, because it's kind of a mishmash of a few different styles of fiction. An individual is bitten by a master vampire, and it takes them 3 nights for the virus to fully replicate through their bodies and turn them. And then they are a spawn of this vampire under their complete control, a thrall, if you will, beholden to the same bloodlust that the vampire master is, but still under the leash of somebody else. If the master grants them their freedom, they are allowed to drink the master's blood, and that makes them a self-contained entity. They can then go and replicate to other people and make their own little spawns. Red has been infected, but he is not fully turned. And that is what the remove curse that Kelemvor has tasked him with casting on himself is preventing him from doing. If he were to miss 3 nights in a row, or 3 days in a row, casting that spell on himself, he would turn into a spawn, and he would lose his connection to Kelemvor. So that is how that is working here. But yeah. So, no, you do not have any inkling that Red is a vampire. He has not shown any indication of it, other than he casts a spell on himself every day, which seems normal for a spellcaster.
And this is one of those things that I would assume Red would not have disclosed to us in front of Lyra.
Yeah, no.
Okay. I'm trying to make sure that I understand what the player knows as opposed to what my character knows.
Absolutely, and that's where it's going to get a little bit finicky. So if we correct each other, it's with all grace and all good intention. But yeah, so you tell them about what parts explicitly, Red. Perhaps the Zarathul part.
Yeah, definitely the Zarathul part. Definitely not bringing up the vampire piece.
Right. Would you mention Octavian the vampire who turned you in relation to this experience without letting on how it personally impacted you?
Yeah, I think probably without divulging that, maybe without giving off that he is actually a vampire, like that he was
Yeah.
present.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just he was in the vision.
Yeah.
What about the Iron Abattoir, where you were? You remember the name. You remember a lot of what happened to you there. Specifically, you remember being repeatedly bled, and your blood was gathered. You do not know to what end, but you know that every paladin and cleric that was imprisoned there was given a similar treatment.
Yes. Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely bring that up. I would probably tell them. I'm trying to remember if he mentioned that, like, each of them would have kind of their own experience like that. I don't remember if he did or not.
I think Kalimvor, you could probably infer that from the fact that it happened to you, that everybody else is going to get such a experience eventually too. And that is kind of sort of up to the individual's unique god and the relationship they have, as well as the circumstances that will trigger said revelation. So you can express that as well. We joked about me not jumping you guys in combat with that sort of vision, but there may be dramatic opportunity for me to do so in the future. Not in the near future that I can tell. I'm going to put potential stunned for a round during combat while you have a death vision back on the table. So, just prepare yourself. I
have a feeling that's what's going to happen to Rorn. Who this entire time has been very delicately folding the dresses, not interrupting Red, but when he is done and pause, and Lyra probably has this look on her face, he just presents the dresses to Lyra.
She kind of like startles, looks down, and is like, "Are those for me?" Oh.
Yes.
She takes them hesitantly, and she's gotten her fingernails are newly cut, but it's not like manicured, it's just kind of rough. Oh, thank you. I suppose I should change.
It would not do to stay in what may have passed as a nightgown for the last 15 years.
Fair. I will be back. And she exits the room, and you can hear, like, old pipes starting to draw some water, and a little bit of, like, splashing. It's clear she's, like, washing her face. She's, like, cleaning up a little bit before she puts on these new dresses. In the meantime, Riker, you asked Elma if she knows anything about Bractheon, which is the silver dragonborn paladin that you saw in a book. And Elma kind of scratches her head, and she's like, "Oh, it's been nigh on 20 years since I've read that book. I don't remember a lot of the details about it, but I remember that Bractheon was part of a vanguard." Another tiny bit of lore dump that will come in handy later. A vanguard is a two-person system wherein a cleric and a paladin team up, either at their god's behest or because the skills of each are necessary in the execution of a mission. And vanguards can last as long as a mission or much longer if they get along. Technically, all paladins are free agents, and they can be their services can be rendered to any cleric. In the context of a vanguard, a cleric is known as a lightbringer, and a paladin is known as a shield bearer, and each brings to the table a specific skill set that will help them accomplish what they want to do. A cleric can, basically, if a paladin is a free agent, he's not attached to a vanguard, can ask a cleric can ask a paladin to basically become their sword. And in the context of these relationships, which are often quite intimate because you're working together with one person to accomplish a mission, deep friendships are often born, deep relationships. And Elma expresses, in the context of Brachtheons, she remembers having like a aw girl moment of Brachtheon and his cleric were in love. And this is not a taboo thing. There's no like star-crossed lovers, Romeo and Juliet kind of scenario. It happens. It's definitely, in most cases, seen as a boon, because the stronger your relationship is with someone, the more you'll fight to protect them. But she remembers Brachtheon and his cleric, his Lightbringer, were in love.
Paladin, hold on, I got that confused. So the cleric's the Lightbringer?
Cleric is Lightbringer, shield bearer.
Okay, I have that mixed up.
If I mixed it up, forgive me.
I just did.
Yeah.
And that is a unit called a vanguard. And a vanguard can only ever contain 2.
Interestingly enough, I almost played a paladin for this.
Mm-hmm. That would have been a very interesting choice, given what we're learning about clerics and paladins right now.
Yeah.
Specifically, what happened to all of them in this world. Yeah, if your character dies, we'll have to talk. So that's all she recalls from that book, Riker. Did y'all have any other questions for Elma or Lyra? Because she's going to go help Lyra, like, get dressed and clean up, as is her way. Or was her way before her employment suddenly ended.
I will, if she's leaving, I'll go ahead and pass the backpack to Red.
Rord will pass 10 rations to Red in conjunction with that.
Aww. Red, how do you respond to these gifts? They're not technically gifts, it's kind of expected you'll pay them back.
Right, yeah. Probably kind of as such of thanks. How much do I owe you kind of thing. Kind of like someone gifting you a puppy.
It's food and a backpack. Calm down. It's an MRE and a rucksack.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, let's put it in perspective here.
Rucksack is generous at this point.
Yeah.
Lida looked at him and considers saying 30 gold pieces, and then thinks better of it.
You can roll a deception. I would laugh. I would allow that.
He tells him, he says, 12 gold pieces. Should I roll?
For the backpack was 2. The rations were 10. Roll a deception. Red, you may contest it with a perception. Insight.
I'll see how high he gets.
Yeah.
I gotta see where my deception is. +6. Okay, that's 25.
Red?
Let's see.
No,
he got me.
25.
I guess like a
But
60.
then Warren goes.
You fork over 12 gold.
The rations were only 10.
Okay. As he does that, as he turns around, Lytle thinks about it and takes 8 gold pieces and quietly puts it back in his pocket without him knowing.
He's got such a conscience. Roll a sleight of hand.
Oh, that's easy enough.
To redistribute this wealth.
Okay, that'll be an 18.
Yeah, my passive perception's a 19.
So you notice?
Immediately. I noticed without even kind of meaning to.
Right. You feel, well, with that little bit of a discrepancy, you feel Lydell, for some reason, kind of brush against your butt pocket. And you're a little bit spooked by it, but you quickly recover, and you assume it to be an accident.
I will look at him and tell him it's not that kind of party here.
At least buy him dinner first.
That's right.
You may pay me back for the rations and deeds on the trail.
That also sounds deeply suspicious.
I will say that Lytle is blushing and says, I need to go talk to Riker.
Also, Rorn, phrasing.
Right.
The
I have established that I need to be less quippy and more just is completely ignorant to how he is phrasing things.
right,
Yeah,
and and I love it, and I'm glad you're getting into character.
Yeah, no,
You're
we're
doing
here.
good.
We're here for it.
Yeah,
This
too
is-
funny.
This is a great start to our campaign night, our session
Yeah,
night.
this is awesome. I think
Yeah,
unintentional
Lytle,
Red,
innuendo.
I need to ask you about a tingle you gave me earlier. Do.
Oh boy, Lord help me. Oh, this crew. So, yeah, actually talk to him about this tingle. The feeling you felt next to your breastbone of sharp, sudden pain. Specifically, Red,
When
explain
you-
more. Yeah,
When
Go ahead,
you
Ron.
did your magic, whatever you did to bring Lyra back, I felt that. But it felt like a stabbing cold pain in my chest.
My,
And I find that there is a something embedded in just to the left of my sternum where my heart is. What did you do? What was that spell to elicit such a tingle?
now remind
Red,
me
as we're-
again. That was
Charm.
that was your highest level. That was
Greater Restoration?
Greater
correct. Thank you,
Restoration.
Greater Restoration. But as you remember, Kalimvor put a little extra juice.
Convor
Yeah.
juiced you.
He did.
Gave it a little extra. And you kind of surmise as you think back, Red has not had this reaction when you've cast other spells of a clerical nature. It seems to have responded exclusively to the extra weight a god put on it.
Well, I merely cast a normal spell kind of within my wheelhouse. Now, Kalimvor stepped in slightly, which would make it interesting that you had a reaction.
That did not feel like a slight nudge.
Kalimvor basically doubled the power of that
Yeah.
spell.
Potatoes. I mean, I'm fairly powerful.
Oh god.
Mm,
And humble.
And
Here we
humble.
go. Here we go.
So
I mean, your ego does match your good looks, but continue.
yes,
You are laying it on
Very
thick,
much.
Lord.
This
I-
makes
A
me
compliment
really tough.
A man complimenting a man's features.
I'm
Absolutely.
liking.
More.
I am liking this winged one.
Hiker whispers to Lydell, like, not saying much. That bar's real.
You internally, you and Lydell and Riker are both thinking, we can take them. You know, if we're gonna divide along party lines, we could take them. You know,
Now they're like, nah, I'd win.
y'all
Yeah.
would definitely. Oh, when on some night when we're bored or we want a quick break, we may have to do
Just a PvP one
tag.
shot.
Yeah, the WWE Tag Team Championships
Right.
of Lydell and Riker versus.
It would
Uh,
have to
Rowan and Red.
happen after the certain circumstances are met with Roran, because otherwise Roran cannot
It
go
won't be as
100%.
fun. Yeah,
Roran
it wouldn't
cannot
be
go
as fun.
100% in that.
Yep. I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Right.
Rory will look at Red and just kind of shake his head, and it would seem fit then that my reminder of sin
Well,
should be constantly impressed upon by these divine.
no, just remember my winged friend, and I'm constantly going to call him my winged friend now.
Oh my gosh.
We
Not
we all carry something with us, whether we want it or not.
It is
I don't-
currently embedded inside my heart, but don't have much of a say in the matter.
Some people carry theirs metaphorically. You, not so much.
Riker's got to be banging his head into a wall at this point. Like, this is the doofus that intimidated me earlier?
right.
Well, that's why he's just shouting out randomly. He's being annoying. He's being the annoying child.
Both of them. You both rolled intimidation last session against Riker, and you both won.
Yeah.
So yeah, Riker's like, yeah.
Right.
He's being annoying because that's what happens when people can't bully others. They just get annoying.
Yep. The ADHD kicks in.
Yeah, for sure. So
Okay.
That was
I mean,
all
really
I wished
just
to ask.
so really just outside of explaining that it was the spell Kellamvor kind of tossed in a little, and I'm gonna emphasize on the little extra. Not, I don't want them to have any clue that he doubled that thing. Maybe just like
Okay.
a nudge.
So in your metaphorical chest cavity, like in a metaphysical kind of sense, your soul seems to be suspended with strings against your rib cage. You feel Kellamvor pluck one of these strings like a harpist, as if to say, "Keep it up, buddy. Don't give me my dues, and see what happens."
Just out of curiosity.
That's my stab back
Okay.
at him for our back and forth.
25 minutes of sassing him wasn't sufficient for you?
Absolutely not.
He got
Noted.
jarred on the wall. In
Noted.
his mind, he is due the right to
Yeah.
sass.
And I'm sure that's what he thinks.
100%. I
what
am
were-
owed this.
I am owed this.
Lytle?
Interesting. Please, Lytle, continue what you were going to
Um,
say. Thank you, Red.
Well, I was just curious, with all of this, how much are the other gods talking to us? Like, I know Lytle seemed to have a fairly good rapport with Bahamut, so
Right. Good
would-
question.
would Lytle, if he was just thinking to himself, be able to have a conversation with Bahamut?
So, Red also, I'm going to put words in Red's mouth for a minute. Kellamvor spoke to Red about how the Stone of Silence silences prayers, and it makes it more difficult for gods to have a impact on the material plane. It's one of the reasons you can't necessarily interface with them at the level you would want to, both as character and as player. It's a barrier, and it works
Okay.
both
And it-
ways.
And it takes an incredible trauma dump for the god to be able to and there's my undo.
Yep, precisely. They're going to conserve their ability to interact with the material plane, shore up their strength to do it for meaningful moments, and those moments include your death scenes, or potentially some times of dire need. But things like this come at a cost.
I wasn't sure if Lytle had
Been hearing Bahamut in his head.
well, not only that, but had due to something special, had the ability to.
That is a fair question given your psychic ability. But Bahamut is not in your head, he's in your heart.
Yeah.
We all have a Bahamut-shaped hole in our hearts, and only Bahamut can fill it. Sorry.
Yeah, take psychic damage.
I know.
Can
I accept
can
it.
Riker the next time we go somewhere? Can Riker get a little dragon patch for over his heart?
That would be adorable. A tattoo or something, yeah, for sure. Adorbs. Oh my gosh.
I now know what the
Yeah,
thumbnail
no.
for next week is.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. So to answer your question succinctly, no, Bahamut can't talk to you right now.
Okay.
But if you take down that Netstone, there's a pretty good chance it's going to be a much easier conversation to have.
Well,
It's on
and
the to-do list.
the idea of a stone was one of my reasons why I was asking.
That is fair, but you don't know the nature of the stone.
No,
Quite
I know
yet.
I don't. That's why I was asking. You know,
I mean,
if I
well,
ask questions, maybe I get a little bit more.
let's say Red also imparts that Kalimvor hints there's something to do with Bahamut that is the
Mhm.
reason he is essentially being shielded from being found right now.
Okay.
Now, Red has no idea what that means.
Right. Well,
but
neither
you
would
do.
I.
Well, you
never
might
mind.
assume it's something to do with. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, I got
So-
it now.
Yeah. Is there any other things you wanted to wrap
What time
up?
of the day is it right now?
It is very much dinner time. In fact, your stomachs have probably latched onto your spines given the amount of excitement you've experienced today. Do you bust out the
Is it,
charcuterie spread?
I was gonna say we should probably.
We
right
can
around
discuss
the time.
our employment opportunity over meal.
Yes. So you, Lydell, bust out all the many little food bits that you picked up at market.
Mhm.
All of them still at their fresh peak. All of them delicious. You uncork a bottle of wine. It is at the moment you uncork that Lyra comes around the corner and she looks a little bit too excited about it.
I'll look at Lyra and go, really? After all this time?
Yeah, I desperately would love a drink. I think I've earned it. Frankly, I think I've earned it.
You've
So
earned
you
a lot
all-
of
Did we
things.
find any glasses in there anywhere? That
There's plenty
I
of
can throw-
glassware. All of it's dirty.
I'll use
Well,
Prestige
I
as
throw
bait.
Prestige.
You use what?
No,
Mary
no.
Poppins. Mary Poppins spell. We've been over this.
I used Mary Poppins spell on it.
Attaboy.
Otherwise, we're gonna marry Poppins together.
I have it in my
Yeah.
notes.
We go in
Highlighted,
there, pull up a little umbrella.
underlined.
If y'all don't do a song and dance number, I'm gonna be so mad. That's awesome. Fantastic. We will say for giggles that Genji and Kenji return. They're uncharacteristically silent, as if they are deep in thought about something.
They're having inner monologue.
And
Hey, my
right,
boy.
Oh,
he grunts at you.
Red. You have a new name for the time being in this town. You are Bjorn. I am Aragorn. Glass cannon number 1 is Samwise. Glass cannon the likable is Frodo.
The likable.
and Lytle says, by the way, there, Kenji over there, he's Thorin.
Oh boy. That's fantastic. That tracks. Yeah, that slaps. I
Mhm.
love it.
Mm-hmm.
Burn, keep
So-
it up. This cannon's gonna go off on you. You're gonna find out just how much cannon I am.
Oh my gosh. We're gonna have to work on the circumstances around you creating some. Oh yeah.
Right there.
But
We need to be good right now. We can be bad later on. Trust me.
you'll have opportunity. So, you guys eat. Lyra eats like a wolf.
Yeah, I bet.
Just
Was there any boar or elk left from the previous night? I don't think we established if there was any.
Yeah, it was a large animal. You only had one night to eat it, like maybe 2 meals worth. So yeah, there's some pieces of elk left. They're getting on the gamey side. It's probably time to finish them up.
Yeah, it's not the best, but he will offer the exquisitely rare, now possibly extinct elk.
Potentially. Lyra, a tear drips down her face as you express to her that this is the elk, not of sadness over the elk's death, but of joy, because this is exquisite food.
Especially
And
after 15 years.
it comes right. Well, not
She
only
can
that,
taste. I don't think she was able to taste whatever Elma was able to put in before. In her crazed mind, she probably just devoured, and probably none of it
oh no, yeah,
registered.
precisely. And it's not like she was able to afford the best food to throw in this house anyway. Yeah, she is weeping with joy as she like gnaws on the haunch of this elk. Just like borderline, just quietly having a moment of like, it finally strikes home, as sometimes a meal will impart, that she is herself again.
Oh, she had
It
a
grounds her
Ratatouille
in a way
moment.
that basically, yeah, basically like the critic sitting at the table, just like flashing back. So yeah, that goes over well, as well as the dress, which she is carrying beautifully, by the way. The smaller of the two definitely fits her perfectly, but if she continues to eat like this over the next few days, she'll fit into the second one soon. She wears the hat more as a to cover the the grossness of her hair, but she is very much like,
I get to
seems
dress up, and I have stuff to dress up in, so I get to. I am going to dress up.
yes, for sure. She's just excited to be wearing real clothes again, and feeling more like herself. So wonderful job, you guys. Do you have anything else before you all filter off to bed?
Well, we talk about the.
Yes, the employment opportunity.
Yeah.
Why doesn't Riker speak up about that? He's eager to redeem himself from all the embarrassments.
I'm embarrassed. No way.
While
Who
y'all
are you speaking to?
While y'all do that, I'm gonna go take a bio break. I will be right back.
Do we want to do that? The whole thought was, when do we want to go to? We want to go tonight? We'll kill that. So we tell Red about the graveyard opportunity, and I don't know, thoughts about when to go. Do we go at night and go with the whole spooky season, or do we go during day and try and figure? I don't know. If it's big and spooky, I mean, I would like to get it done with. I don't like the idea of going at night, but if we go during the day, it might not be there.
I think
Rud, your specialty is a holy man, especially at death. Would it be more advantageous to potentially assault something of this nature at night or during the day?
So as he's finishing up eating, as much as it begrudges me to say this, we have to go at night.
Oh, why is that? Why do we have to? I'm curious.
I'm back.
As you said, what we are looking for will most likely try to keep to the shadows, and our chances of finding what we are looking for are probably going to be much higher going at night.
Yeah, okay. But let me just throw out devil's advocate. What if we went and looked during the day and try and find it sleeping so we can just...
That, well, amongst...
I doubt we may have been the first or the second that may have been sent to try and deal with this. The Seal Master did say this has been an ongoing.
Just a thought. I just want to get paid. Get out of here. Yeah.
Okay. So y'all finish up your meal. You basically, as many of you as there are, you clean up these fresh rations. But your tummies are full, by the candlelight flickering over the musty and moldy walls. You actually have some laughs as a group, and you feel yourselves relaxing a little bit for the first time since you were resurrected. Lyra teases Red about how many times he's come to her rescue. Red blushes a little too hard. Riker spouts off, and Lydell kind of soothes over whatever he says.
Yeah.
Rorn says something awkward, but Lyra laughs about it, so the rest of the group does too. And Elma just is tenderly looking over at her mistress with.
When that happens, Rorn is going to relax a little more. The fact
so when Lyra laughs at you,
because in his mind he's mending whatever possible grudge may have been against him, considering it was his brother that did the damage, and he is trying to intentionally mend that. So the fact that she's laughing at ease, he's taking all of this as he is redeeming the debt.
As a reminder, Lyra doesn't necessarily hold that same view. I'll turn my camera back on. Why am I not on? Lyra doesn't necessarily hold that same... doesn't ascribe that debt to you. She ascribes the debt to the individual who dealt it, your brother.
Yep.
But it would be wholeheartedly within Rorn's mental landscape to feel that way. So yeah, you guys finish up. Yawns start to be passed around, and Lyra says,
"We're talking about going to the graveyard tonight."
Tonight? Okay. Thank you for filling me in. Sorry.
So one of the things that while we're on that, before you go on to what you're doing, Lydell thinks about it for a moment and says, "Red, I was just thinking, you're right about going at night, but what if we went at the last part of the night into the morning, where it's still night, we still have the chance to get to it, but daybreak will be coming, possibly even weakening it, and allow us the chance to rest right before we go. Would that work?"
Well, you're making a couple of assumptions that A, it can't be in the light, and B, that it would be weakened at such a time. There is no guarantee. Granted, there's no guarantee that if we go at night that it will be there. However, the chances, I believe, based off the graveyards that I have visited before, the chances are greatest at middle of night.
Well, plus it would give us a chance to make, that stop, Lydell.
That is so true. That would be a good way to start the evening. I do believe that we should prepare then and head on out.
All right. With your tummies full, you bid Lyra and Elma good night. They filter off to their respective bedrooms. You can hear some sneezes as the dust is, thrown up from them moving sheets around and opening bed curtains.
I'll make a point to walk Lyra to her room.
Okay. Do you have something
I
you'd
went
like
to her
say to her?
second room. I imagine her first room or whatever she was using as a nest.
Yeah, just wherever.
Den.
Wherever she's. Basically wherever she's leading is where I will take her.
Right. She is picking another bedroom, probably.
I would hope so.
It's arguably a little bit further from the party than her actual bedroom, where she was quote-unquote nested as an animal. So you guys have privacy if you'd like to talk.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you'd like to say to her?
I do. Libra.
Yes.
Don't do anything stupid while I'm gone.
Red, I appreciate your care. It's one of the things that I like most about you. But I'm a scholar. And the scholarly way is to investigate and be curious about things.
It's fine
Sometimes
to be inquisitive. I adore your inquisitive nature. I'm asking you not to be reckless. I am terrified at the thought of not being here to save you.
It's at this point, she stopped in front of a door, and you guys are probably about a foot apart. And she looks up at you with like a sort of a surprise at the vehemence behind that statement. And you can see her kind of like internalizing just how much you care. Red?
Yes.
What happened when you were taken?
I stuck my neck out for someone. Both literally and physically. I need you to work on something while I'm gone.
Anything. What is it?
I need to know everything possible about vampires, vampirism. Anything that you can find. Origin, weaknesses, strengths, lifespan, whether people enjoy it or not. And that
enjoy
piece
being
that piece will say with a smile.
Undead? She gives you a in the chest.
Lyra, while I was captured, I was bitten. But
why aren't you?
Keep in mind, I've now been dead by 15 years, so yes.
How are you? She kind of muffles a squeak of alarm and kind of glances down the hall to make sure you weren't heard. Why haven't you? Back up a moment. Oh, hold up. So you were bitten by a vampire and then you died?
Yeah.
And you've been dead 15 years?
That's the current count, yes.
So you stand before me, not an undead, but you've still been I don't understand. How are you standing before me? She punches you again harder this time in the pectoral, and you rail on me for being reckless.
Lyra, had I known that I would have been bitten, I still would have done the same thing. By giving my life for another. Which, incidentally, is kind of the reason that I'm here now. Do you know of the Wall of Jars?
The Grey Wall?
Yeah.
You went... But... You've been nothing but devoted.
Oh.
Nothing but pious.
Well, if you perhaps would like to send a letter to Kelemvor when we're back, I would certainly appreciate it. 'Cause here I am.
She is, like, reeling from all of this fresh information. But she...
Just know that
Suddenly
Kelemvor
her
gave me a way to deal with the vampire bite.
For how long?
I guess as long as I'm willing to keep purging myself of this affliction daily.
I'm sure, for all his faults, Kelemvor has imparted to you that you need to kill the one who bit you before you turn fully, or you belong to him.
I'm trying to remember if Kelemvor told me that.
He did.
Okay.
So he asked you, you asked him, how do you deal with this? And he was like, how do you think you deal with it? You kill the guy, you kill the vampire.
It's been a very long week, guys. Sorry.
It's okay. Totally fine. That was like 2 sessions ago. I'm sure Kelemvor imparted to you that you have to kill a master vampire. The master vampire who bit you before you are turned yourself, or you belong to him.
Well, dear, that's where you come in. That's the information that I need.
Don't call me dear when you are...
alive in front of you, saving your life again.
You frustrate me.
Well,
you go on and on about
welcome to my world.
You go on and on about how reckless... She's under your nose now. You go on and on about how reckless I am. And then you go and get yourself infected with vampirism. I don't want to hear another word about what curiosities I explore in the course of my profession. Her breath is like fanning over your face, and her eyes are just... They're almost the same level of rage that the eyes of the animal version of her had on that staircase. You.
Does she hit me again?
Yeah, she smacks you in the chest one more time.
When she smacks me, I'm going to kiss her.
This entire time in the back of my head.
He kind of like stiffens in like shock, and for just like a split second, she kisses you back, and then before you even know what's happening, she's ripping away, flinging the door open behind her and slamming it shut in your face.
Perfect.
That's awesome.
So now we have romance. Great.
You're welcome. Do you go back to the group, I assume, and like gear up and kit out?
Yeah, I'll go start preparing to leave.
Okay. Is there anything special y'all would like to do before you hit the trail?
I know Lytle will just prepare all of his stuff, make sure he's good. Probably sit there and talk with Riker, quietly, possibly even telepathically about what they're gonna do.
Did you guys want to go do something before the group went to the graveyard? Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it knock over the violet vial? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. This is what I get for letting y'all think on things for a week. And her name is Violet, by the way. You should know her name if you're gonna rob her on her first day open or first night closed.
Well,
Oh. Do y'all sneak away to do this, or do you?
I think Lytle's going to be somewhat open, and just let them know that Riker and I need to head on out for about an hour. We'll be right back, and we'll be more prepared. But we will be right back. Don't worry about us.
If anyone wants to insight that to read between the lines, you may.
Can I?
No, insight you
do.
too.
Deception. Can I roll deception?
Yes, you may.
20 on insight.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
Mine's high. I've got to get my modifier. Give me a second.
No worries.
Mine's 24.
Okay. So Roran doesn't pick up on what you're laying down. Does Red?
I think
Do you beat a 24?
I do. Yeah. 28.
Red understands what you mean reading between the lines perfectly. The question is he cool? The question is he cool about it?
He's not super excited about it.
As a reminder,
now I don't know where they're going.
Well, as a reminder, you just learned tonight from Elma that criminals are tithed at an exceptionally higher rate, and two of your party members are about to put themselves potentially at odds with the law. Depends on how good they are.
I will.
So Red doesn't do anything to stop them.
No, I'll look at them as they're leaving, and just say, "If you're caught, we're not coming to save you."
Lytle turns around, and with a, I'm going to say that the look on his face is that of a smart-ass sneer.
Just a self-confident
smart-ass, and says, "My friend, if they catch us, you won't have to worry about coming to get us. There won't be nothing left of any of us."
Well, he's playing the pried out of my cold dead hands character. All right.
Oh boy. Okay, so you two skedaddle out into the night. It is a midsummer's night, pun intended, wherein dusk is lazy to fall, but when it does finally fall in its many hues of purple over this town and slowly starts to put the populace to bed, the lights of this town are golden firelight and candles through windows, and they cast their shapes and forms along the road as you make your way. Are you attempting to... Yes, making our way down. Are you trying to be quiet or stealthy while you make your way across town?
Trying to be nonchalant and just blend in with everybody, not looking in
Yeah.
So
There's
When we get near the vial, I think that every once in a while, Lytle will nonchalantly cast the Mary Poppins to put out one of the candles.
in the
It'll just,
windows.
yeah, like lights will just start going out in different places.
Okay.
And then he'll do that behind him,
Mm-hmm.
kind of making it seem to go the other way.
Okay. I like that. The range of the spell is, I think, like 30 feet or something. But yeah,
Yeah,
you
so
have.
sometimes he'll go like they'll be going past a street and down an
Sure.
alley, and he'll something about 30 feet away. He might put out one or two candles.
Oh, it's like 10 feet actually. Regardless,
Oh, okay, whatever.
you accomplish what you want to do. I'm not going to
Hmm.
be particular. Um, Wonderful. You make it unaccosted to the Violet Vial, but the streets are quickly emptying of everybody who is not a town guard, which makes you guys all the more conspicuous if you were seen.
So at this
Partic-
point, if that's the case, then at this point, I think he and Riker both would use stealth.
Okay.
Hmm.
Roll me
We
stealth
forgot
checks,
to
please.
ask if there was curfew.
So, no. Lydell's stealth, that is a 17, 20, 30.
Good gosh.
um,
Bless you. And this is why
Uh,
I have to set DCs impossibly high.
Mm-hmm.
mine's only a 16, but I would like to cast Disguise Self, and I would
Okay.
like myself to look like a guard.
Oh, okay. So, do you have like weaponry? Does the spell cover that?
Disguise Self says it makes yourself, including your clothing, armor, weapons, and other belongings on your person, look different until the spell ends or until you use your action to dismiss it.
Okay, so it makes them look different. Okay, perfect. So you give a passable facsimile of a guard. You're wearing the tabard that is the yellow field with a perpendicular pickaxe in a fist. The symbol for Beldrin's town. And you are you look as if you're escorting. Well, no, because Lydell is completely stealthed, so you just look like you're patrolling.
Lydell
make
will
it-
stay fairly close.
Yeah, of course. You make it to the Violet Vial without attracting any real attention. How would you like to approach entering this building?
I'll go to the back side of the building because if I remember the map, like it's on the far west side.
Yes.
I want to go on the west side of the building, so it should be more close to the wall. There shouldn't be a whole lot there.
Mhm.
And I'd like to search to see if there's any arcana or arcane defenses or like alarms or anything.
Sure. So roll me an Arcana, please.
At this point, Lydell is kind of just watching out, making sure that nothing is coming. He's staying hidden so that
Yep.
Riker can do what he needs to do.
Okay.
25.
Okay. So you bend down at the back door. You kind of brush aside some like leaf litter that's been trapped between in this alley. You see a very small silver thread across the door. Alarm, the spell alarm, has been cast.
Fantastic. So that's just if you cross that. So I want to look into the. I want to look through the window.
Mm-hmm.
I want to cast Misty Step.
Okay.
That should get me because that is 30 feet into a space you can see.
Roll me another Arcana, please.
That one's not as good. That's a 15.
Okay. So, alarm works until the spell ends. An alarm alerts you whenever a tiny or larger creature touches or enters the warded area. If you misty step inside, you'll still set it off.
Mm-hmm. But I'm not. Well, does it count as entering if I'm just because I'm not technically I'm appearing within it?
It's
But
the warded area. You're inside it. You are entered.
can I turn it off?
How would you propose to disable this spell without
With
setting it off?
a counter spell, modified counter spell, based upon my background and what I've learned.
Yeah.
I'm sure that
I assume you don't have dispel magic.
not prepared. No.
That's okay. That's okay. I will allow it, but you're gonna have to roll an Arcana. I'm gonna set the DC at what's your modifier for Arcana? 9.
Yep.
I'm gonna set it at 18. If you manage to roll an 18 Arcana or higher, you disarm alarm without setting it off.
I rolled a 14 on the die, which is a 23.
Nice. So you don't touch this silver thread because you know that would set it off, but you kind of hover your fingers over it. And as you do, a little infinitesimal, kind of like those static electricity glass balls they used to have in the mall, you remember? It does that number, but it connects to the silver wire. And the silver wire glows. What color is Riker's magic?
His is a kind of a reddish gold color.
It glows a pretentious red gold color. And then the wire goes dull. And you pluck it from the tacks that have attached it to this door, and nothing happens except it comes free.
I don't want to touch it. I don't want to pluck it. I want to leave it.
Oh, okay. If you were to touch it, you tap it gently and nothing happens. So.
Okay. Well, if I do that, yeah. So I want to misty step in.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get.
What
I want to do. So here's what I want to do. I want to grab some of the. As you say, it was in a lock case.
Yeah,
then?
the health potions are in the locked case.
All right, I want to try and lockpick.
Would you like to check the case first?
Yes. I'll use identify on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is a rune underneath these bottles in this glass case. And roll me another Arcana. I'm going to be hammering this one for you.
17.
Okay. You can read like bits and pieces of this rune underneath these jars, or underneath these like bottles. You can surmise that it is a weight-based rune, and if it is not deactivated before the weight is removed from it, something unpleasant happens. Lydell, roll me a perception check to keep watch.
Okay. 1925.
Nice. You can see a guard 2 streets down, kind of crossing perpendicular, but he doesn't notice you, obviously, from that distance, and given your stealth. You sense you're okay for the time being. Riker, back to you. What would you like to do to disable this rune?
Let's see.
We're playing a little bit fast and loose because it's fun, so be creative.
Okay. I want to try the old Indiana Jones switch.
I was hoping
sure.
you'd go that route. What would you like to use to displace the weight?
Let's see. So it's about a vial. So I'd probably, um, the other potions weren't locked up.
Correct.
I want
They're
to use some of those potions.
okay.
And I want to try and find one that is about the right weight.
Right. Roll me a perception check to kind of gauge the weight of the bottle that you can't touch with the weight of the ones that you can.
Can I use investigation since I'm
Sure.
in. Come on, roll.
And I just
I'm
mentioned
gonna
while
use
he's
one of
doing
my-
that,
Hang on, Lydell.
I was just say while he's doing that, I just want to mention that prior to him entering in there, he and Riker would have established the ability to read my, because I have
Totally
to be able to see him to do that, and then
Sure.
it's up to a mile for like an hour.
That's fine. That's fine. Oh, I'm familiar. Totally fine. You guys
Yeah.
can talk. You're keeping in contact with each
Mhm.
other, and he's like telling you what he's doing and what he's seeing
Yeah.
as he's doing it. Riker, you rolled me a what check? An
I want to
investigation.
use it. Yeah, investigation. I want to use inspiration to re-roll.
All right, you
So I
may.
wanna use-
That's what those are for. You could always cash in all of them for a natural.
I don't have that many yet.
You don't have 5? Okay.
I'm gonna have to use another one. I gotta use another one. That's
All right. That's what
rolling
they're
a
for.
dog pack.
I know.
Going.
Keep it up. You're doing
There we
fine.
go. 27.
Yeah, that's better. The insanity of this group. Yeah, so you find a kind of tall, tapered, it looks almost like a wine bottle of a viscous blue potion. And it looks and feels, the heft of it is about right. So roll me a sleight of hand to do the exchange.
That is a 26.
Okay, you managed that with no issue. Just the quick, just zoop, Harrison Ford. Wonderful. Would you like to do it again? And which bottle are you aiming for? I assume like the best of the health potions, the superior.
Yes.
Okay. So a superior, I think, is, since we are not doing roll for damage, a superior health potion does, I want to say, 40? Yeah, allows you to do, 40, restores 40 HP base. So there is, as we are, our audience may not be aware, in this campaign, you don't have to roll for health potions. They're just standardized, which sort of makes sense for manufacturing practices. They just do the amount of damage
Healing.
that's max. Yep. Or sorry, healing damage. We've been over this too. Perfect. Would you like to do it again, Riker, for another? There was only one of those in the case, but there are others of the lower varieties.
Yeah, I want to do one more at least.
Okay. The Supreme.
Yeah, so am I switching again?
Yep, you are. Roll me
Yeah.
another deck. Roll me a
Alright.
roll me a perception to find another bottle.
Okay.
Let's repeat.
Or investigation. The perception or investigation. That's
Investigation.
17.
Okay. You find one that you think will work.
All right. I'm going to switch it out.
Okay.
Oh, I had to use one of my. I need to use another. Just burning through my inspirations.
That's what they're for.
Just out of curiosity,
Mm.
am I allowed to give him one of my inspirations if he needs one?
Only during combat when you get first blood. Sorry.
So I can't give him one of my inspirations?
No.
So if you, nope, not the ones you've accumulated the way you've
Okay.
accumulated them.
Okay.
If you draw first blood during combat and you don't want to use it yourself, you can then impart it to someone else during combat. Sorry.
Awesome. That's fine.
All right, that's a 12.
Okay. Your sleeve gets caught on another one of the bottles, and it starts to fall. Roll me a dexterity to catch it before it shatters, and hopefully replace it before the rune finds out.
So just what? Dex save, Dex.
That would be a save, wouldn't it, DMs?
Yeah.
Other DMs at the table? Yeah, okay. It's dex save, yeah.
17.
Okay. You catch it, and you kind of put it back on the rune. It had started to glow red hot like a brand in a fire, but with the replacement of the weight, it settles back down to a normal color. You were very close. That's 2. What would you like to do now?
I think that's fine. I don't want to. I just need enough so that we can keep people alive. Like, I'm primarily thinking of Liddell and myself, but I know I gotta keep the other people alive because I gotta keep the gods happy. And I kind of like some of them a little bit. Some of them I don't like, but I like some of them a little bit.
So, Lyda will telepathically ask him if, while he's looking around, if he sees anything that looks like serpent venom.
Ooh, yeah, I want. Can I do an investigation for that?
You may. As a reminder, Liddell, she doesn't sell potions or poisons.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, it's okay. That's why I'm reminding you. She sells components, and I sent you that list.
That's what I was looking at, was the list, and that's.
Well, what ingredients are necessary?
So he asks if he sees any components like venom from a poisonous snake, any fern spores, or if there's any wax and empty vials that he could.
Riker, would you wander into the back room, I assume, where all the preparations are made?
Carefully, but yes.
Yeah. So you go back there. You can see, like, box upon box, wooden crate of empty vials. And roll me a perception check to find wax in the dark.
Investigation?
Yes, you may.
19.
Okay. You find wax. You have to open a few cupboards to find it, but you find it. You take a small block out of the several blocks that are available and several vials. As far as finding serpent's venom, there is a live snake in a glass box with a mesh top to it that kind of eyeballs you, and its little tongue comes out to scent the air, and it watches you. And it's like, you're not the one that feeds me. Kind of suspiciousness. If you could see suspicion on a snake's face, it would have it. As you search the shelves, you see that there's no venom prepared, but she doesn't milk the steak and then keep the venom. But if you wanted to milk the steak, you certainly could try.
Yes, do it.
That's not what you're being asked to do.
Yeah, I'll mentally, I'd be like, all right, this is what I'm seeing. What do you want me to do? Because I don't do snakes.
Just the vials and the wax is good enough.
All right. So I'll take those, and I'll try and leave everything kind of the way that I found it, so that it would be harder to tell that somebody's super broken. But I do want to.
It's only 2 of her most valuable potions missing in the night. Go on.
But what I want to do is I want to leave kind of a false trail. So I want to take some of the wine from dinner.
Yeah.
I want to splash it around. I want to unlock the door.
Okay.
And I want to kind of knock some things over, kind of like a drunk. I want to try and stage it like a drunk came in, Somehow the Arcana didn't go off. Maybe she didn't set it right in her nervousness of a new store. And, like, I just want to set the scene to set some doubt.
Okay. Let me read something. I am going to make you roll a performance to achieve this guise. Because you are performing and leaving a trail of performance.
No. That's a 4.
You splash some wine around. You get more of it on yourself than you do on the shelving and on the floor.
I'll do hesitation and get it off of me.
Yeah. You still leave a couple of splotches, but probably not the showy big puddles of it that you were hoping to achieve. You jostle a few like shelves, but nothing like. Essentially, you have a hard time purposefully making a mess. You're a very clean individual. It's difficult for you. But there's potentially enough there to at least cast some doubt on what happened. How would you like to exit the shop if you're done?
I think I want to stealth out.
Okay.
Roll out the door.
Roll me a stealth. Do you tell Lytle you're coming telepathically?
Yeah, and I still have my disguised self up.
Sure. Is that for future reference, is that a concentration?
No, it is not.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
That is a 25. No, so
okay.
Yeah, 25 to stealth.
Wonderful. So you definitely make it out the back door. If anyone were watching that back door, they would not notice you. You come around the trash heap behind the building, and you tap Lydell on the shoulder. You're muted, buddy. Dennis, you're muted.
I was gonna say, I imagine he'd be the only one who would know where he was at.
Yeah, he kind of, unless he tells you he's coming telepathically, he startles you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Lydell the superior.
Okay.
I'm gonna give that to him. And then I want to go, and then we're gonna go back. We want to go, we want to stealth back to the group.
Okay. Then I messed up. So Supreme is above Superior. Superior does 40. A Supreme does 60. Would you want to give him the one that does 60 or the one that does 40?
I'll give him the one that does 60.
Okay.
You get a Supreme?
Yep, you do. That's very magnanimous of you, Riker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your thievery. How chivalrous of you.
Right. He's a regular Robin Hood.
Right.
Emphasis on the Robin.
Right.
So when we get to the party, I also want to try and sneak the superior potion into Red's ear.
Okay.
So that if he goes down, I know where to grab it and get it in him.
Okay.
And Lydell will know too.
Okay. Roll. So first off, this is probably 2 hours later. Red, how does the group find you? Are you asleep?
No, I'm probably sitting up, reading, probably going through my journal.
Roar would be sitting by the door.
I think
Just kind of watching.
I think at this point, kind of in that quiet, there will be there's a voice that likes to follow me around. That will just start whispering. I don't know that I necessarily understand what it's saying, but I know who it is.
Yeah. You can feel it tickle your ear. You can feel it make the hair on the back of your neck stand up with the presence. Do you welcome this, or do you shrug it off?
Yeah, I welcome it. Knowing where we're headed, I welcome it.
Awesome. So, your private little concert is interrupted by Lydell and Riker entering the house and coming up the stairs and entering the room y'all have chosen to sleep in. They seem flush with victory and trying poorly to hide it.
Riker's actually gonna sit next to Red. He's gonna just be like, I didn't really get a chance to properly thank you for helping my friend. You didn't have to. You could have ran, could have gotten out of there, but you helped him
During the Death Knight fight.
Yeah.
When I nearly killed Lydell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what you do is important. And it sounds like whatever the gods has in store for us, it's not going to be easy. I think it's important that if any of us make it, it's probably you, because I think you're the best chance we have. He's going to pull out the potion. He's going to say, so I want you to carry this. Keep yourself up. Keep yourself going.
Where?
Red, you look down at this potion in Riker's hand, and you are flooded with a sudden sense of imposter syndrome. This young man is looking at you like you are important, like what you contribute to the group is necessary. And all you feel, you suddenly have words to describe it, is unworthy. Because you walk around in the guise of one of Kalimvor's devout, when you yourself bear a deep corruption, and you hide it.
Changes what you were about to say, doesn't it?
No.
No.
Oh,
that's good.
Still hiding it. He's still hiding it, but I want to kind of illustrate for a moment how I think, and Red can push back on this, I think Red might partake of this sudden show of generosity.
There's a bit of skepticism in accepting it.
Skeptical of Riker's intention behind it?
Yes.
That's fair. You have bullied him a little bit.
Are you sure this is a healing potion?
Right.
Not so much.
Is it like that one Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say not so much in the fact of if it's a healing potion. I think I would have been exposed to enough of these throughout the time that I would have a very strong grasp of exactly what this is, and seeing the intricacies of the bottle. I would also know that it's not just a run-of-the-mill healing potion. So from that standpoint, graciously accept it, but also kind of make a mental note of, I already knew where they were going, and now I know who they did this to.
What do you boys say?
You said that to us?
No, this is kind of more inner monologue than anything.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it.
No.
You wonder. You had heard them, I think, as they recounted the day to you when you weren't with them. You'd heard them briefly talk about the Violet Vial, and you had seen the potions. They'd even shown you the potions that they got from the bargain bin.
Rory would be
hopes that-
covered in glitter, mentioning.
Yeah. You would need an explanation for the glitter alone. So you know they went to the Violet Vial. Given how small a town is, that's probably the only place in town these could have come from. Are you certain of it? No, without asking them, but you make some assumptions.
I would say that without a doubt. I would say that before we leave, I'll in a note to Lyra, letting her know where we're going. And then just as kind of a postscript, be like, where can I find potions in this city?
You slide it under her door before you go to sleep yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
he's not going to sleep.
Oh, that's right. Y'all are going to do stuff. Okay.
And I guess just to clarify, not from a standpoint of playing a haha gotcha game, but more Red feels obligated to, like, probably over time he's gonna send the Violet Vial money, knowing that it was ill-gotten gains.
And I think that shows the arc of how everyone is in different places on the redemption arc for their characters, and I love that. Awesome. Anything you all want to do before you set out for the graveyard?
I want a note, because I don't want anything for when we're going to the grave, for beforehand. But when we head to the graveyard, I want to make it very obvious. Like Riker's going to wave at the guards. Like he's going to draw some attention.
Yeah.
That they're.
Well, you have to inform one of them you're formally taking the job, or formal.
Yeah.
That was going to be Roran's first thing, because he technically was the one that told that we were going to do it, and they were like, let us consult with the group first. So that we're officially doing this.
This is also to set up an alibi, so that, because yes, we're the new people in town, but everybody will see that we're coming from the mansion, and we're going straight to the graveyard. We're going to have this big thing, and so this should establish a timeline that we're accounted for pretty much the entire evening.
Gotcha.
Before we leave, I will ask Lytle and Riker, like, do we need to stop and kick any puppies on the way? Like, are you two done for the night?
Why would we need to kick puppies unless this is a...
Riker's just going to be, why? Did you need something else?
And Lytle is just going to kind of laugh it off a little bit and say, my good sir, whatever you need, just ask. And walk away.
The bank of... I know it's a tradition to make romantic couples put their names together like Brangelina, but in this context, it's a totally platonic relationship. The bank of Liker is always
right.
The bank of Liker is always open, always dealing. Wonderful. So y'all establish your alibi. Roran, would you like to say how you actually impart your official acceptance to a guard?
When I have to remember. The first guard,
Yes.
Rord will, as we're moving out, move towards. What time of the evening or night are we?
It's like 11 o'clock at night. You approach this guy. You come in hot on this guy, and you kind of give him a hold the heck up. He tightens his grip on his spear as you approach, is really fast and really hard, and is like, oh god, oh, he's friendly. Oh, thank God.
You may inform Randall Steelbraid. His offer has been accepted, and we are on it post haste. Clap, clap. And then just
crunch.
Yeah.
No. Hey, he's direct. But he is intentional and controlling in his strength.
Yes, of course. Wonderful. Roll me a dexterity to not accidentally send this guy to his knees.
Okay. That's going to be a 17.
All right. He holds up under the weight of your gauntlet, Pat. He nods, and he's probably like only about 5 years older than Riker. He's very young compared to you, but he straightens up a little bit as you withdraw your hand, and he's like, his name is Sealbearer Randall Steelbraid to you.
Yes.
He feels patronized, but isn't sure how. And you depart.
And I imagine Riker's just like,
yeah.
Hey, makes intentional eye contact with the guards, like.
Oh my gosh! Please do. Wonderful.
I know Lytle's back there, kind of giggling and laughing at the whole thing, just like, yeah, okay.
All right, y'all.
I did think about Indresnus Sealbearer, but Roran, like, no, his name. He will note for the future. Titles.
Yeah. So, good job. You all just make your way to the graveyard then? Don't stop anywhere. Don't rob any more places. Cool. That was really fun.
Rob anymore.
That was really fun, by the way. I'm already building out a heist for a future encounter, so this was a good little practice run for me to learn some stuff. So thank you for that.
No, don't have us to a heist, because there's only... Well, actually, no, sorry. More than half the party has sticky stealth fingers, so I guess me and Red are outweighed in terms of a heist would actually be practical.
You would have to find your place in the crew for that particular endeavor, but I'm sure we could find something for you. You guys make your way out of the easternmost gate of the town, and you hit a dirt path that kind of leads a short distance, probably a quarter mile, outside of the walls of the town. The guards nod at you as you pass, and you are not accosted. As you go down this short little dirt path, you notice a pile of many somethings that are all angular and stacked together in a haphazard kind of way in the dark. And as you walk closer on this, it's in a pile on the side of the road, you notice that it's actually a huge stack of coffins. Open, busted, disrepaired, clearly having been dug up, and the bodies within them disinterred. The pile is twice as tall as Ruin, and it's probably every bit of 30 feet across. Hundreds of coffins.
They don't remove the coffin afterwards? They just leave it there?
You assume they're putting enough of them together that's worth burning. No sense in setting a fire every single time they have to dig somebody up. They make a big pile of them and set fire to them all at once.
There's big piles, and then there's...
Piles twice as high as Rorn and 30 foot wide.
You get the sense, too, in the absence of being able to pay homage to the bodies of the ancestors that they're digging up, perhaps it's hard for them to set fire to the coffins that once held them. It's both a somber reminder and a punch in the gut. You pass this pile, and the graveyard itself looms out of the dark. There's a low wrought iron fence crowning a even lower cobblestone wall, and over the fence you can see various things. Now, let me find it. As you enter this graveyard, the thick forest of trees around it and the damp mist clinging in the air corrupt what little moonlight shines in. Tombstones pierce the desecrated soil like Titan's teeth, standing testament over graves both intact and over the carelessly carved open wounds in the soil where a grave has been dug up. A mausoleum looms in the corner of the low wrought iron fence, its carved marble wrapped in a shawl of unkempt moss, mold, and leaf litter. The few trees that are within the graveyard proper have been left to run wild, and their knobby, protruding knees threaten to trip you at every fog-obscured step. The smell of decay, both that of the rotting leaves and the fainter whiff of decomposition, linger in the dead air. Not so much as an owl's hoot cuts the silence. Many of you have spent ample time in tidy, somber, and meaningfully kept graveyards, where the undercurrent of reverence and the taste of consecration hold space. The starkness of the contrast with this graveyard, however, sends a pang of dismay through you all. This is not the way of thinking creatures. To dishonor the dead, to let the ancestors be ripped from their graves, to reduce burial traditions to something disrespectfully transactional. Every cultural, societal, and moral fiber of your beings screams that this is wrong. What happened
But it keeps
to this?
the living alive, morbid as it is.
What happened to this world while you slept? Most of you were not devoted to gods in your first life. It never occurred to you what the world would look like without their influence. Is there a way to throw that map up, Jesse? Or would I have to share my screen?
If
I should be able to get onto it.
If Jesse has it and can share it, I can click into it, and then I think we can still see everybody. Because if not, I have to pull it up.
In the chat bubble on our screen right now in Discord, I put the link.
Yeah.
Well, I have it too. If you don't have it, it's not going to be a full screen though.
Will do.
Okay, so yeah,
So let me just
this
set-
works perfect for the recording.
Okay, perfect. Thank goodness. So just as a reminder, the fog is super thick, up to knee level. You can't even see your feet.
So even dark vision won't help.
Not with no. It's a full obscure. It's below your knees.
That's what I meant. I even the dark vision wouldn't.
Yes, correct. You can see where there's patches of fog above that. You can see between them, but you cannot see below your knees, which makes the path a little bit hazardous. Because you can constantly trip over tree roots, hidden grave markers, etc. What would you like to do now that you're here?
I'm gonna search for just a branch, like on the ground. Just any piece of any piece of wood, anything that's kind of long and straight.
Okay. Um, hit me with a perception check with disadvantage, please.
Okay.
You'd think it'd be easy to find a twig or something, but.
It's obscured below the knee.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I realize that, but I'm just saying, even with that, you'd almost think that it would be easy.
So
When I
that's
hear
an,
s-
so that's an 11.
You would think so, wouldn't you, Lytle? 11 gets you a stick about 1.5 feet long. Not particularly
that's fine.
sturdy.
I'm
Okay.
just kind of slowly as we walk. I'm just kind of swing it out in front of me like it's yeah. I'm searching for gravestones that I can't see.
Gotcha. Thank you for explaining. I was like, what is he looking for? Wonderful. Yeah, you knock into several markers and avoid them handily. Where would you can you move your token?
No.
No.
No. Where would
No.
you like to Oh, we might have hit pay dirt, guys. Hang on. It's thinking.
Cool.
Oh,
Not you.
no, it's working. In a campaign
I see you in. I see you in.
in a campaign of a bunch of fake gods, thank the one true Lord Jesus.
Amen.
That's great timing. All right, I will. We were back to our normally scheduled programming, friends. One moment.
We have 15 minutes to get ourselves into trouble.
Yep. Oh, you'll figure it out.
What do you mean get yourselves into trouble? Two of you already found trouble.
Right.
We didn't find any trouble. We didn't get in any trouble.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, let me move you
In fact, neither do you.
the graveyard. Can you all see the graveyard now?
Not yet.
Noted.
I'm still logging in.
Okay.
Yes.
There. Hey.
There you go,
How
roll
is that
20.
not-
There's your free advertisement that I didn't pay for a subscription, so
Right. Let's see.
It's not letting me in.
It's probably still recovering.
Yeah.
Like latency's probably got to be not great.
Okay. I assume y'all can see everything?
Except me.
I see. So the five of us, and which Genji and Kenji here.
They should be in the thingy. I had them
Yeah,
here.
they are. I'm just asking. Like,
I'm
story-wise,
gonna.
are they here?
I don't know if they would be. I don't think they're going to need to be for this particular part. So why don't we just leave them out for simplicity? Okay.
I'm gonna.
So y'all just see y'all's tokens.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm still.
I see
trying
the
to
map, and I see that
It is absolutely not letting me in.
Oh.
try not going through Discord. Try logging into.
Yeah, I'll share my screen.
Let me see if I can get to.
Yeah, Dennis, try going. Instead of going through the Discord way, go through Roll20 separately.
Yeah, go on to roll20.com like traditionally.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
So from my end of things, I can see stuff I have hidden
Gosh.
through the. That can't be right. I hid that. I hid all of this.
I can
It's
only see
All
the
I
map.
see is-
I see the mausoleum, and I see us. That is all I can see.
Well, then I must have it on the right layer, but it's okay. It's on the GM layer. I can't make this. I can't be more precise. Okay. What would y'all like to do?
Lytle said he was going to be by red. Rord would be as close to red near the front as possible because, again, he's the wall.
Right.
Whatever is coming, he's going to follow Red. He wants to do a survival, but he can't see the ground to do a survival on.
You could survival on other things. Doesn't have to be the floor.
I guess. Roar would like to survival roll on the smell. Specifically.
Give me a survival.
So it's going to be an 18.
Okay.
Specifically, Roar's trying to. Clearly, you have the graveyard smell, you have the corpse smell.
Sure.
He is trying to suss out, is there a lingering scent that is not one of those things?
Joffrey, have you ever been in a bait and tackle shop?
I have not.
How about a pet store where they sell live crickets?
Pet store with live crickets, no. So the smell does not come to mind where you're trying to.
That's okay.
I imagine it's a very distinct. If you've smelled it, you know it smells.
Have you ever been to the zoo?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. The herpetological enclosures, like the ones with the reptiles and the amphibians, have a particular scent.
Musk.
Yeah, that's you can.
Musky.
Yeah, you can smell a vague undertone of this musk in this graveyard, but you can't quite pinpoint it, nor can you understand explicitly what it means.
He'll speak that up and just kind of. There is a scent of something, not graveyard, not corpse.
Who else would like to do something?
I would like to use one of my charges of Eyes of the Grave.
Detail what that does.
As an action, you know the location of any undead within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover and isn't protected by some type of divination magic.
Okay. You close your eyes and kind of center yourself, and your extrasensory perception expands out from your body. But it returns void. You don't detect anything undead. Except a lingering whiff of yourself.
Well, I got a flare gun, so to speak. Did I light it off?
I was about to say, did I approve a flare gun? I had a moment of
just cast light.
Severe cognitive dissonance. Like, did I approve a flare gun? Are there firearms in this campaign? I didn't talk about that. Yeah, you got a proverbial flare gun. You say to Red.
Yeah, I'm saying it to my walls because I'm like, we want to get this party started. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I don't really want to like wait around in the dark and for it to find us. I'd rather just know it's coming and get this party started.
All right.
What do you guys think?
What do you have?
Unfortunately, you do have a point.
All right. I'm going to use Celestial Burst.
All right.
So it's a 60-foot range. You shoot a comet of cosmic light at a creature or object. So I'm just aiming it for, like, over here.
Okay.
Just...
The fog is thickest in this place up to your knees and completely hides your shoes like some kind of dark atmospheric miracle. In this place of spiritual unease, watching your own legs vanish into the dense mist is unnerving. as though at any moment you are about to be snatched back to your afterlife by unseen hands. But it is not hands that seek you below the mist. A scuttling here, a chittering there, and slowly, eerily, as fear amplifies your hearing, the growing grinding of teeth on bones. And with your celestial burst hitting this gravestone, that grinding of teeth ceases and that scuttling increases, and the light, the lingering light of it, reveals many segmented little grubs who screech in delight and approach where the light hit this gravestone. They don't seem to have noticed.
Please?
Mhm.
Please.
Yes, you may.
Fireball.
Be my
was
guest.
Funny how you and I think alike.
Right.
I was literally thought the same thing. Be my guest, sir.
Alright, I am doing a 4th level fireball.
Okay.
So they need to make dex saves of 17. I'm
Okay.
gonna get all my d6s.
Oh boy. Let me see how many that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 6 of them. Okay. So 3 of them save, which is kind of surprising.
We'll take half.
Yep. What is half of a level 4 fireball, Jesse?
Is that
Hold on, I'm finding it.
66?
Well,
It's at 4th level? Is that
Oh,
66?
96.
Ah.
Okay, so just under 60.
I don't want to be the one that pushes it, but because they were surprised, would that give them disadvantage on their dexterity save?
I wouldn't say they were surprised because they saw
They
the
were coming
celestial
toward the
burst
light.
and they're
That's fair.
yeah, you know. I appreciate
We're coming
that.
to, we're coming to feed.
Right.
35 points of damage. total.
Nice. Okay.
And half of that is
17 and a half.
17.
17.
Okay. I'm gonna pick at random which ones get the full bore. And the others get
Right.
17.
Do you round up or down?
Racker's just gonna silently do the fireball dance a little bit as he pushes it together and
Right. So the fog parts around this fireball by the sheer volume of displaced heated air that it puts out. But very quickly, like waves falling back down, the fog re-envelops these screeching worms as they writhe in pain on the ground.
Before they can react, can I throw another celestial burst?
Sure.
Yay.
And then we're going to have to roll initiative,
yeah.
I'm afraid.
I'm gonna throw mine, over here. Right
Okay.
in that area.
Cool. They respond accordingly.
I can make it do a thing. I can go, kaboom!
Ooh. I have seen that too. I need to start using that more. Bless you. Yep, use Celestial Burst right there. They chase the light, despite some of them missing quite a few legs on their many-legged, segmented bodies. It is at this point they kind of catch on. With a shriek, of joy at having noticed you, like air forced through their chitinous mandibles. The flat heads of these segmented grub-like bodies pierce the fog to look in your direction. Their long cilia waver in the air like a living tentacular beard and guide the strike of their sharp teeth as they notice you and prepare to eat you.
Good luck.
We will roll initiative, and we will have to end our session here tonight.
Darn.
A 19 for actually have
I
advantage.
got a nat 20. Plus
Ooh.
5 is 25.
Let me find the thingy. So 19 Rorn. Lydell is a 20. Red, what are you?
No, 25.
No, he has a 25 because he's a natural
Pardon.
20.
Pardon me. Continue. Red.
I am a 16.
Nice. We'll put Genji and Kenji at 0 for now. Riker, what are you?
I rolled remarkably high. I got an 18.
Nice. Definitely broke
Hey,
the
good
streak.
job.
Definitely broke the streak from your past few. Wonderful.
Right.
What's your dexterity mod?
Plus 3.
Okay. Worms are a +1. So I'm going to put, instead of having this worm keep his 18, which I pre-rolled, I'm going to instead put him at 17, so he is appropriately spaced from you according to your dex differences, because you rolled the same as one of them. Awesome. Everyone, as a closing thing, please roll me a nature check. Everyone.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the real bet. I'm looking for the real monster.
11.
I'm waiting for it.
And
I have a 13.
Okay.
19.
Nice.
Got a
Yes.
natural 20.
Woo!
ooh, we were just shy of the 3
hold
then.
on.
Yep.
So nature plus 5, so 25.
Okay. With a natural, well, everyone above a 13 understands. You know that these creatures are carrion crawlers. They're known to infest areas where there are ample dead for them to feast on. You know they are attracted to light and the scent of blood, as these things typically mean food for them. Specifically, living food. While they prefer corpses, they're not opposed to eating live prey. And with your nat 20, Riker, you know that these creatures are something akin to ants, in the sense of they have scouts, they have soldiers, and they have a queen.
Yep.
And that is
Oh,
where we will end our
Riker's-
session. Riker, go ahead.
I'm just going to say what I said. I'm just going to say what I already said in the chat. So Riker's going to actually say it. Just say, the big one is yet to come.
I didn't think it'd be that easy.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much, everybody, for spending your evening with us or watching this after the fact. We hope you feel a kinship with us the same way we feel a kinship with you. Please take use of our Monday prayer prompt if you would like prayer for anything and everything. And yes, you can keep it anonymous. Just detail that in the post or message one of us. We are we're all the admins of the Holy Rollers D&D group on Facebook. We just reached a milestone, 100 members on our Facebook group. Everyone golf clap for our fans. Yay. Thank you.
Everybody invite somebody.
Yes. If everyone invited somebody, a friend of yours who likes D&D or wants to get into it or just wants good content to watch that is more or less clean, we are most assuredly going to welcome them regardless. We have been the Holy Rollers. I have been your DM, Stephanie, and we will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat place, Tuesday, around 8 o'clock on Twitch, and we will be uploading intermediately on YouTube. We have a good night, everybody. God bless.